What's up guys, it's NoMoneyz here and I got no time to explain. We got a crazy game ahead of us today. It is BFB Coliseum Tier 0. I played this guy, this is my third time I believe playing this guy. We are 1-1 right now I believe. Honestly I'm not too sure, but we got Treasure Hunt, which is a trash map, so I decided to mess around and go DFA. And I didn't record the first half because I didn't think this was going to be anything particular. I thought I was just going to die because I'm going DFA on freaking Treasure Hunt. But after I learned how to ODS micro, I was feeling slightly more confident in my ability, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to try it. We sent him a camo lead round 12 just to force the defense. And on this map, it's very important to mix the eco because we only have 2 farm spots. And it's really hard to fit darts. It's like kind of impossible to be honest, so you kind of have to rely on your ODS. So here I keep it on the top right path, and then I let it go to the side to clean up that little loop on the bottom, which is really good for this ace. And honestly, you don't need trip darts until Moabs. So all we need is that jug on strong. And that second spolt right there is going to be another jug in the future because that first jug can't hit the left side. I'm just space ecoing right now. Our eco isn't looking too great and we only have 2 plantations. He has bow farm mortar, which is a pretty standard strategy on this map. That's jug shooting down the straight line, which is pretty nice. I'm getting up trip darts because I know he's going to send a Moab. We only have 1 boost sled. I'm going to try to keep my ace on the top right because that's where the Moab's coming. And he did bloom boost it, which is really nice. I only have 3 trip darts and all the leads. I kind of mess up here. It goes down and I didn't really want it to go down. So now I'm going to keep it on the left. I noticed the ceramics are going and I got really lucky. I didn't really intend for my ace to go that way, so I had to boost. If I had a couple more darts and maybe that second jug up already, I might have defended. And now at this point, I have no more boost, which is really bad. I do have an ODS to sell though. If he decides to bloom boost a mob, I can definitely fan club that. But now it's round 19. We have no boost. We have 500 eco, a Republic, a Plantation, and a Dream. It's round 20. I know that I would like to layer some leads with the AI. There are AI leads right here. He tries to layer, so I get up my second jug to shred the leads, and then I ODS micro a little bit on the top, and then I just let it go on its own path to shred everything else. So these 2 jugs on the ODS is doing work. It's doing absolute work. I'm not really worried about a Moab because now we have 2 jugs and I could just spam a couple more trip darts with some ODS micro and we'd be able to defend that. So right now I'm trying to send him a rush but also eco at the same time. So I sent a little bit of leads followed by black balloons because his mortar can't hit blacks without the help of the destroyers. So I sent some blacks instead of whites. Let me know down below. I'm recording this at like 5 a.m. I just finished some homework that was due and I was like, I'm gonna play like a couple of BFB games before bed. And I played this guy 3 times. It was 1-1 those first 2 games. So I think one of them, I went Ninja Form Mortar on Frozen River and I choked. And then it was interchange. And then he went Ninja Form Mortar and I went Tac Farm Wiz. Here we do a little bit of ace micro. I keep my ace on the top right corner because I know that's where the ceramics are going to end up. And I'd rather keep it on the top right instead of the bottom left because that's where the ceramics are going to end up instead of that's where they start. Because the bottom left is kind of too early for the ceramics. I need the jugs to do a little bit of work on the ceramic layer before the ODS cleans up. So now we have 2 Republics. Round 23, we have $6,000 saved up. So as you can see, I have my mouse on the Republic getting ready to sell for a BIA. Even though it is very late, we really need eco to defend late game because we're not gonna have enough money with 650. The lead signal at the end of round 23, and I kind of just preemptively get it because I'm just gonna anticipate the leads and here they are. Gonna ODS micro a little bit. I also want to send him some leads. He's sending me some leads, but at this point, I got my ODS micro down. I get up the 3rd jug just in case. So yeah, I leave my ace on the top right path because I want the jugs to do ceramic work on the bottom first and then let the smaller balloons shoot up where the ace is. I'm just going to keep it on the top right for now. I just tab once and then double tab. So tab and then double tab right there. Keep it on the top right path where all the leads, and then I mess up there. So I get really worried, but it does some weird shit. I get it back on the 8 path and then I do my micro again. That was kind of lucky to be honest because I can control the ace when I know where it's going to go. But once it goes out of control, I honestly have no idea how to control it. I just kind of hope it goes back to its path, and then once I see a familiar path, that's when I can ODS micro it. But here I'm trying to get my ODS back on track It's round 26. I have a BIA. He has 2 Republics, and he hasn't been ecoing that much. He's been sending like regen lights. Oh, here is where I try to keep it in the bottom left. Look at that loop. It's so perfect for the ace. It's actually so good. It's round 27 now. What people usually do is sell their jugs for a fan club, but at this point I really don't have that much money. So I'm going to try to not sell my stuff. And our BIA is not that full, to be honest. And honestly, I don't have any places to put my trip darts. I can't even put it on the island where my ace is because I've tried. There's no space. And he disconnects there. I got a little scared because this was a good game. I'm surprised I made it this far. I tried to defend with just ODS and like 6 trip darts, but as you can see, it's not really doing that much. Like an ODS can only do so much. But look at that loop. It's so perfect. And then I try to put my ace up and I'm like, no, I got a fan club. So that was a smooth transition from the bottom left mini spin to the top spin. I checked my BIA is not completely full yet. So I'm just trying to fit darts wherever I can because we don't have any ace spots or any dart spots. And I kind of want my darts at the top for the Spectres. At this point, we don't really need to ODS micro because we have a lot of jugs. And I just need to worry about farms. Since we only have 2 farm spots, GZ micro is going to be very expensive because we get super drained. Each GZ costs about $20,000. We lose about 20%. So that's $4,000 each GZ. So I have to be really cautious with my money, really cautious with my sending, really cautious with my GZ buying and reselling. So it's going to be really tight on money. Our BIA should be cooking up very nicely, but I want to cash it out the max. So let's see. Yep, 19,000. Cash it out, sell it for a factory at the bottom. And we have another factory coming up real soon. I get kind of scared here, but I try to ODS micro a little bit. But our jugs and trip darts are handling just fine. So I get up my second factory with 1,400 eco. And look at his farms. His farms are nowhere near as good as mine because I got the BIA. And it's around 31. I gotta get a little bit scared, so I go for my Spectre. Now I can sell my jugs for a trip dart spam. And we don't have much money. We have 2 factories and no money to spare. I'm very worried at this point. I'm gonna rush him when he rushes me. It's around 32. I'm worried that if he sends a ZMG, it will get blocked. The Spectre will get blocked and I might die to the AI. So I'm very worried here. I'm putting all my darts on strong, making sure that they're at least 2-2, except for that 1 dart. Maybe I kind of choked there, but he balloon boost. I immediately send 2, right? But I sent 3 actually. That's kind of a lot. But he only sent me 1, and I think that's his choke, to be honest. Because if he sent 2, I probably would have died. So here I get really nervous about round 32 AI, so I just GZ. Might have not been the play because if I kept my factory up a little bit longer, I could have definitely tried to milk as much money as I can out of it. But thank goodness he only sent 1 because I think he's trying to defend, which is really good. If he sent 2, I don't know if I would have been able to defend. Also, I think a dart on the right side is not 2-2, which is very troublesome. But we do have 1 Spectre and about $19,000 to defend this ZMG, which is very tight on money. Yeah, I have a 1 dart on the side that is not 2-2, which is kind of problematic. I get very worried here because if those BFB pops into mobs and I can't micro in time, I'm very scared about that. So I sell my Spectre, I GZ again, and I GZ 1 more time. I'm like, oh, phew. Now I just let these BFBs chill. He's bow pulling. I'm like, oh, shit. The BFB popped into mobs, and I'm really worried. So I GZ once, and I'm like, oh, no, those BFBs turned into mobs. Okay, I GZ twice. I got 24K in the bank. I got no defense down. If he sends like a couple ceramics, he probably would have won here, to be honest. But it's really close. I have a bunch of ceramics. I have 4 mobs. I think I'm gonna fan club. And I'm like, oh no, I can't defend this at all. So I wait till the blues get to the very end. I GZ. Hit mob leaks on his screen, but he actually doesn't die. So I send in the shock emote. I'm like, oh no, how am I gonna defend this? And he dies! Round 34, DFA beats Boat Farm Mortar. Oh my god. He might have not been going super tryhard, but I'm really proud of myself. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this intense DFA and treasure hunt. If you guys do, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Catching up. Peace.